And there was something to say. Coach Cabbage, keep the light on. Now, Coach Cabbage done experienced some of this here stuff about the light stuff. Keep the light on. Well, guess what? The Coleman fuel was down below. I was incapacitated. I just sat back there. Like I didn't know. I didn't even know if I was there. I just heard something come out. Keep the light on. And that was. And of course, the good person, he had white hair. He was born, a very white person. He said, I will go down and get it. Because the other feller, he's, my cousin. He's just sort of sitting there too, like, what is going on? Coach Cabbage, what have you done? Have you set us up for something? It's like, no, keep the light on. And I didn't. That was what was happening. Anyway, the friend got ready to go down. And then the fire went, I mean, we're over 12 foot up. Anyway, and the fire was going over above our thing. It's like someone was throwing gasoline, and we heard all this stuff. So we got so scared, we said, screw the light sucker. Get the guns. Ah! Finished telling you a story. Cause what it was, the fire went boom, boom. We grabbed the guns, got up in there, stood it up, and the house, the house was about 60 yards. It wasn't that far, and we all cracked the shots, and we had the really powerful 10 pump. We bop, bop. We were shooting at the glasses at the house. We were shooting at the back door, the glass of the back door. Cause we was freaked, and I'm sorry. We was hunting people. We was just used to going out all by ourselves at night and heading out to the bayou and doing stuff, and nobody never got scared. Not like this. And the next thing you know, nothing at all. And we shot probably half a dozen times. And finally, the young'un say, I'm going to get the fuel to keep the light on. And, well, hell, he started going down the ladder. Sort of back us because you had to get out of there. And the next thing we know, we heard, ah! And what it was, we got down really quick then and found him. And his arm had been torn all the way under there. It's horrible. It's horrible. It only missed getting one of them jugular vein kind of things, an artery or something, just by inches. Not even inches, just inches. Anyway, we grabbed him and ran to the house, and everything was just going weird. Nothing was busted. We started beating on the door, and my papa, the doctor, I'd only lived with him for a little while. We come to the door, and this boy bleeding, and it was horrible. And then he had to take him to the hospital and call his papa. So it was not a good night at all. Not at all. Well, once we got through the night, went over and did all the apologies that I could. And I felt horrible. I had caused that. Boo. That's why Coach Cabbage do not ever. I said, never, ever. Why allow anyone to be involved in these kind of foolishness that I have seen? Because I realized something happened. And what it was, somebody grabbed him by the leg, yanked him down. And we had a nail, we had a nail. We was just making this here stuff, And it collared him under his arm. And I could have killed him. Anyway, Coach Cabbage repenting for all these things. That's why I stay close to the ER. Had trouble with my mouth and stuff. I'm still being honed. 1748. This had to be a two-parter because I don't know how to do over the 15-minute thing. Anyway, next day, after, the hospital visit and all that, Coach Catfish and my friend, actually my cousin, we took our walk and we went out there. And some strange stuff. The fire. Everything was just perfect. Excuse me. I needed to get that. I needed to get that up because I've been having trouble with the issue with a tissue, Anyway, we went out there walking to the tree house. And you can see the meat hanging on the nail. It's awful. We walked on out there and we saw, in concentric circle, things had been walking towards the tree house all around. And we went on out to where we heard the cows. Because we've been hearing the cows And the next thing you heard was, well, actually not what you heard, was you saw. There's a pine tree the size of Coach Kevin's arm right now, broken in half, and a bird smashed on it. In the same spot, the barbed wire had been bent down over and had this red hair, this long ass red hair. You know, I mean, you see that in the pastures and stuff. Because horses and the cows, they rub up against, they can tear some hair off. That's just nature, natural stuff. But this here was different. It was long, one horsetail hair. And it was right there by where that pine tree was snapped and the bird was smashed. Well, and of course that did not scare us. It's daytime after all. So we just kept walking out there in the pasture. And we ran upon these feet tracks. Oh, I'm sorry. That hurts. These feet tracks. Ran upon these here feet tracks. It wasn't people feet. It wasn't people feet. Two sets of tracks. Two sets of tracks. This very large thing, and then this here small thing. Like a Bigfoot almost. Like a Bigfoot. Sort of. Something like that. It's small. Not too big. And we followed this here trail. And it led down this little slough. And the prince just went in the water. Because Gabby's never told us his tale. I don't think at all. Except in the book. Anyway, that happened. And that's when Coach Gabby realized, I gotta get out of this place. If it's gonna be the last thing I ever do. And praise God, I did. Took a little while longer. Because this was bad stuff going on. And with the background I growed up with. You know? At least I have something I can tell that maybe somebody gets some good out of. Because this is not stuff you want to play with. The Tree House Debacle. This is all my fault. I learned. Praise God, no one died making that piece of reality. We learn our lessons. That's why Coach Cappies do not get far when he are 21, 27. Praise God.